Out of the two of you, who do you think is the person who will give out that extra information?
We can Gumraah you, we can mislead you, but we'll never give.
We've been well trained.
Everybody nowadays takes the mobile to the theatre and they were clicking Salman Khan's scenes and putting it out.
Yeah.
So that's why literally the lead actors had to come and say, okay, don't do that. We've not seen you in a double role.
Yeah.
So what all were the tick marks for you?
It was the plot. I felt like it had a lot of twists and turns and all those things that you want out of this genre.
I was watching Gupt last night again because there's so much Gupt happening.
Oh, again last night you watched
Again, it's and I just discovered
Wow.
it's a 1997 Kajol won the best actress in negative. Watching Bobby in that and there's this fire and there's something happening.
Do you want to explain how much does a co-actor's reaction matters?
Technically, acting is lying because
Right.
we already know what's going to happen next,
Right.
so we have to lie.
And some actors prefer tennis balls.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Aditya Kapur
I'm Mrunal Thakur,
and you're watching.
Bollywood Hungama.
Guys, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. Thank you so much for your time, firstly.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You know, when you're promoting a thriller, a whodunit kind of a thing, out of the two of you, who do you think is the person who will give out that extra information?
None of us.
Possibly.
No, I want to ruin it for the friends,
Right,
like
for
on
the friends.
purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep giving spoilers.
Only to the friends, but in that way, I'm very good at keeping
Okay.
it.
So if you end up doing 10 interviews, so by the end of it, there must be one out of the two who will be like, "Yaar, maine bata diya."
We
This
can
film
Gumraah you, we can mislead you, but we'll never give.
We've
Never
been
give.
well trained.
We've been well trained.
I
By
think this kind of film depends on those things.
Right.
Don't want to give spoiler
We need all
alerts.
those things up our sleeve.
Correct.
Yeah.
In today's day and age, how much of that is possible? Because there are phones, there's everything, there's so much information, so many people.
Stuffer, no?
Yeah, much tougher.
Yeah.
I think.
But the fans really love us, so
Yeah.
I mean, I experienced this in the previous film. They kept it. But critics, मतलब जब reviews आते हैं तो review
Yeah,
में
that time you can't.
तो
Yeah.
review तो आ ही जाते वो तो दे ही देते spoilers.
But what happens, people like, has it happened recently with a thriller where they've given the ending out
Yeah.
and it's...
No, like, when Pathan and all came, literally the actors had to tweet and say, okay, don't say, like, there was...
Oh right, it came to that. They
Yeah,
had to.
yeah. Because everybody nowadays takes the mobile to the theatre and they were
Yeah.
clicking Salman Khan's scenes and putting it out.
Yeah.
So that's why literally the lead actors had to come and say, okay, don't do that. So
Shit.
that way it's tougher.
We'll
So
really have to make a
you want to
play.
say that?
Yeah, guys,
No.
please.
Please
No
don't do
spoilers. Give it a couple of weeks here and then go for it if you want.
Right. Okay, I'll take you back. Guys, firstly, when did you all come on board? Where was this born, this idea, this film?
I think you were first.
I was the first
You were
one.
first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I, in fact, heard the story in 2019, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
when I
wow.
was
Okay.
filming Josie.
Okay.
And
Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
Okay.
I remember because I was about to take a flight to Chandigarh, and that's when this narration
Was it?
happened. And within 30 seconds, I said, I want to be a part of this film.
Okay.
So it's a long journey. Then Adi came on board, and then we started filming. But then this COVID season 2 happened.
Right.
And
It's a new way of putting
it's
it.
a new way of putting it. And here we are.
Yeah.
Right. Adi, when you came on board, one was, like, we've not seen you in a double role.
Yeah.
So what all were the tick marks for you?
I think for me, first it was the plot. I felt like it had a lot of twists and turns and all those things that you want out of this genre. It had it was very engaging and surprising, and that's what hooked me first. And then I think the added bonus was it was a double role, and I was getting the chance to try that for the first time. But first, what I kind of got drawn to was the story itself. Yeah.
Okay. And you play a cop. That's very interesting to see. And I was also going through some interviews where you said at some points you told the director that you have to make your voice more stern. What goes on to your mind when you're doing someone in uniform, like when you're playing a role like that?
The moment you wear the uniform, you feel powerful, of course. But obviously, because I've never worn a uniform, I don't know what it feels to be a cop. Previous roles that I've played, it's always an emotion, it's always a relationship.
Yeah.
It's all either a daughter or lover or a wife or something like that. But for the first time, I was at a job. I had to just take. So Vardhan said, "I know you're good at emotions. You're good at emotional scenes. Take all of that, put it in a bag, and keep it home, because we want you here to be just like, there's a lot of competition, especially when you're playing a cop. There's a lot of ups and downs in the station that you will see, especially the scenes with Rohit sir. I really enjoyed them. I learnt a lot. But having said that, there's a little bit maturity that comes with the vardi. I mean, वो अपने आप ही हो जाता है. So it took me a while to get there. But once I got in there, I really felt powerful. I felt like I was born to play Shivani.
Nice, right.
Yeah.
Adi, this is a great time for you. People loved Night Manager. Wherever you go, I see Paps shouting, Night Manager aa gaya. And, personally, is this a good time career-wise? Are you happy with the way things are shaping up?
I think I'm happy with the way people have received Night Manager. I think it went as well as it could have. We put a lot of work into that, and I think with that show, we all felt like it had the potential to cut across, provided we did our job and went and shot it the way it needed to. And I think it all felt like it came together. So I'm feeling good about that. Excited for that second part to come out. I think. Everyone's been like, we love the show, but why did you do this? So it's not been my call. I don't take those decisions, thankfully. But yeah, I'm excited to see how people receive that second part as well. And this as well. This feels like something that I've been very super invested in and had a great time shooting this. It was a fun challenge, so I'm excited to see what people think.
Right. When you're on a set, like say like this, do you understand that? At what point do you get it that things are going right? Do you get a sense of that? Both of you?
I'm very bad at it.
Things are going right.
Even if they're going right, I'll ask my director, "Are you sure?" You should be like, "Just take one more time." He's like, "It's okay, I've got it, just move on."
Right. Do you get a sense?
I think sometimes you can get a sense when things are going wrong.
That's more
right,
dangerous,
you're never
right?
sure, right? You're like, we like it, but we hope someone else does.
Right.
So it's one of those things as you have to kind of constantly trick yourself on set to keep believing it and not trying to look at it from the outside.
Yeah, correct.
You
correct. You
as
just
an
have to
actor, you
play
can't
your
judge
role.
in that.
Right.
Yeah, you have to just do it and hope for the best.
But there are few magical moments where you just feel like, this was it.
Yeah.
You can't recreate that, and it's just magical the way the timing. Acting is not just performing; it's about the camera. There's a lot of technical things involved, and when everything comes in place to get you just feel like there was something magical about this particular take. So you can't recreate that.
And that happens with people. Your co-actor matters so much.
It does.
Yeah. Do you want to explain this to the audience, because we just see scenes as it is. For me, you're wearing a uniform. Okay, we just take it for granted. Do you want to explain how much does a co-actor's reaction matters? What does that play?
Sometimes when the script is written and there are a lot of in-betweens, there are pregnant pauses, there's a lot that Adi would end up doing, which I never thought that he would do. So you have to be very alert, you have to just respond to what it's a give and take. Technically, acting is lying because we already know what's going to happen next, so we have to lie. But the moment you have a co-actor performing that particular scenes, sometimes what happens, they do the choreography before filming the scene. But in case there are days during my television days, there were two units used to shooting used to happen simultaneously. So one actor had to be there, so someone else had to play that part, be a stand-in. But man, what he would do, the stand-in wouldn't. So the moment they come into the picture, the give and take, there's something that that only that particular person would do. Like for example, Ronnie, I wouldn't expect. I would read the scene, we would rehearse, and the moment they will say roll camera action, he went for a laughter, like a longer one. And I was like, whoa, what?
Wow,
what's going on? So that reaction was. It wouldn't come if he wasn't there.
True. You're very dependent on your co-actor. I think even more so, like in theatre, everyone's on show at the same time.
Right.
Everyone's on stage at the same time. So everyone's performing at the same frequency.
Right.
Because that's what the performance is. But in film, so many things happen off camera. So yeah, I mean, in general, you need you're as good as the person in front of you, as good as the the other player is, but also many times you depend on cues from your co-actor when they're off camera.
Right.
So as an actor, sometimes I mean it's great to have giving and
I would fight on set. I was like, please, मेरे को बुलाना उसको close.
Who give you good cues from off camera. It's as important because I mean. Sometimes you have to just act with a tennis ball.
True.
The audiences wouldn't know that, but like sometimes you have a close up and the other actor is maybe left or whatever.
Correct, yeah.
So the AD is standing there and you have to look at the tennis ball off camera and basically react to that.
How tough is that? Isn't that distracting?
It is distracting. I mean, in the early, with experience you get better at it.
Right.
And some actors prefer tennis balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they get so used to it. They're like, no, your eyes, you're distracting me. Because it's very important, like so it's
like
there's so many technical things
involved. Like तेरे से अच्छा tennis ball है.
I've been told that.
Oh, same. Even I've been told.
No, what I mean is that person is more comfortable without having someone looking at them from off camera.
Yeah.
Because we're all in the scene and they're like, nahi yaar, you're not.
No. Also, why that person is saying, because I feel is sometimes you have to look closer to the camera, but the voice is coming from here. So it's better that you just look at the tennis ball and let the cue come from wherever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
At what point does everyone is so, this may help new actors who are watching this interview. At what point do you switch, can you switch off? Like this interview, there will be 50 people watching all of us.
Yes.
We just have to do this role. At what point you cross that stage that you don't care and you can continue talking and doing your thing? This comes with experience.
In the sense.
Suppose, on a set here there are 20 people looking at us. There'll be on a set there'll be 200 people looking at you. So how do you concentrate and switch off from all this noise that beyond this there's nothing?
I think with experience. I mean, earlier when I was younger, I was more excited, chatting with everyone, and I guess essentially you're expending energy, and we shoot long hours, so it's a game of attrition, and your concentration is a kind of highly valued thing. I realized later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, preserving that is important. Not getting caught up in the rubbish that's going on set. Some tension, something's not happening, some generator's gone off. And like earlier, you used to like take tension for those things, but as experience, you're like, to shut those things. That's not your job.
Right.
And that's not going to help you. So you don't take on the other tensions on the set. It's really doesn't make sense. But I guess with experience.
With time it comes for you also. Yeah, do you think?
Thank you for asking this question actually. So I've just recently realized, I mean, I was just wondering, when I'm on a set where I'm in command over the language, I don't care if what's happening in my eye line.
Okay.
In fact, when I was growing up, unless there was, जब तक TV नहीं चालू होता था, गाने नहीं चल रहे होते, background में मेरे से sum solve नहीं होते. I couldn't focus. So in fact, I like the chaos.
You like the chaos.
But when I'm shooting Telugu, because I learn that the language is different, I want like pin drop silence. So it depends.
Okay.
It totally depends.
Are you conscious that people are watching and they'll judge you?
Not at all.
Okay.
I don't care, honestly.
Right. Okay, and also lastly, when you're watching something, you both and I will watch very differently. I will just watch it to entertain myself. Can you guys watch like me, or are you seeing everything, seeing wow, क्या expression दिया है, क्या lighting है, क्या camera है? Can you watch like an audience?
Yes, that's one of the curses of being in film, where some of the experience is spoiled for you because you know about the magic tricks involved.
Yeah.
But no, with great movies you do get lost.
Switch off.
It does happen. It does happen where you forget and you're just with the characters and the people.
Right. You wish sometimes you didn't know so much about how it's made.
No. I still watch it like an audience.
Okay.
I prefer watching films in the theater with regular audience.
Okay.
Like yes, apart from whenever I go for screening, I make sure I go to the movie theater also, because जो screening में मजा होता, मतलब जो screening में अलग मजा है, but जब आप audience के साथ जब आप film देखते हो, आप भूल जाते हो कि ये खून नकली है, असली नहीं है.
Correct.
Sometimes you feel like, oh my god, like I was watching Gupt last night again because there's so much Gupt
Yeah.
happening.
Again last night you watched it?
Again, it's and I just discovered
Wow.
it's a 1997. Kajol won the best actress in negative.
Yes.
So I went back and I was like watching Bobby in that
Yeah.
and there's this fire and there's something happening, but I was like, I didn't care about how it was done. I was only like enjoying the film.
Beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Great, guys. Lastly, on the where is this set? What is happening in this film? Do you want to tell the audience so that they go and watch it?
Well, go for it.
Go for it.
What's happening? Well, there's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of trickery on our part. Hopefully, we will be successful in making you all Gumraah. It's a whodunit. There's definitely one murder involved, and there are 2 suspects.
Okay.
And the rest, I guess, you should go to the cinema hall to find out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you and
Thank
all
you.
the very best. to
Thank
both
you,
of
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Aditya Roy Kapur,
I'm Mrunal Thakur,
and you're watching
Bollywood Hungama.